Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Game 8, Week 5 of the WHAC Season 4 Indiana Tech Rocket League. My name is Bub, and today it's actually a doubleheader. We're going to see Game 8 and Game 9 basically simultaneously with one another. Well, not simultaneously, but back-to-back. It's a doubleheader. We take on Rochester here in just a few moments. We take on Lawrence Tech for the second time this season. Here right after this game gets going. So Rochester, a CRL team. It's a big test for the Warriors. And we're going to see how this party gets started here in just a moment as we are loading into the lobby. I think we're going to get going pretty quickly here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this series against Rochester. I think we're waiting on Skies. We're waiting on everyone. All right, we're ready. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Game 1 between Rochester and Indiana Tech. The two most recent WHAC champions in Rocket League going at it. Kazi towards the middle. Cut off there by Luca. Wyatt is there. Chip will take control on the backboard. Taken up high by Luca. Knight is there. Cut down by Wyatt. Chip backflips on the rebound. Kazi forced to make a save. Skies into the middle for Luca. Luca off the backboard. Looking for Knight, the reigning WHAC MVP. And it goes back out to midfield before getting kicked back into the Warrior end. Luca watching it from behind. He's going to let Skies take over. Wyatt from the backboard clears it out to about midfield. Chip is there. He'll 50 it with Luca. Zip pops high. Kazi to the backboard. Looking for help. Rochester just clears it. Chip goes to the left side. Wyatt is there. Skies around him. Pops it towards the middle. Knight looking for the redirect. Gets the 50 on Chip. Straight back to Luca. He'll go high to the backboard. It is still loose in the Indiana Tech corner as Skies tonight up on the backboard. Deflected away there by Wyatt. No boost in the tank. He's just going to be forced to take control. Looks for the flick. He's just going to go low on Luca. 50's up to the backboard. It's going to drop straight down. Knight is there. He'll send it into the corner. Luca is there with Chip. Chip trying to go towards the middle. Cut away there by Knight. Or Skies, rather. Knight with the ball now. Goes to the cross for Luca. Chippy off his own crossbar, or rather post, as he looked to intercept the pass. Knight going to the backboard. It is Kazi trying to send it back the other way. He gets 50 there by Skies. Wyatt out to about 25% of the way downfield, only as far as Luca, and Chip cuts it off. Skies once more. Looks to stay with. Goes underneath Wyatt. Off the post, Jack is there. Kazi, rather. What happens when you're a player? You call them by their real names. Luca and Wyatt will wrap this one around in front of the Tech net and back into the other corner. Skies stays with it off the sidewall, tries to bring it out towards the middle. Chip is there. Luca with one touch, looking for two and maybe three. Gets it out to the middle, but it's boomed away there by the Tech defense as Skies with one touch, a little awkward. He's just going to stick with it. Luca is with Skies here. It's cut off by Chip. To the backboard, looking for two, and Luca cuts that one away. As Rochester looks to break back out the other way, he goes back to Skies, now back up to Luca. Knight pre-jumped up off the backboard, doesn't find him. Luca's just going to keep it in. Chip is there. Cuts it off. They try to bring it back out front the other way. Wyatt off the sidewall, nothing really happening there as Skies is there with Chip. They meet in the corner. Wyatt with a 50-50 high up onto the sidewall. Luca looks to stay with. Knight demos Kazi behind the play. A whole lot of stuff happening right there in front of the net, and eventually Rochester just comes away with it. A good scoring chance, I believe. I don't know if it was a save or if the ball just didn't bounce correctly. Skies is there, looks to go towards the net. Kazi with one touch out to mid. Luca up off the crossbar. The Warriors panicking a little bit here, as now Skies looks to stay with it. Knight off the ceiling, tries to drop it back down in front. It's kind of weird now that I think about it, because you have the Warriors versus the Warriors. Both these schools, their mascot is a Warrior. Chippy downfield. This one's off the backboard. Does he have another? To the backboard once more. Luca just got there in time. I think he got some help with Knight as Wyatt was coming in. Knight to the backboard. Looks to get the double. It's Skies. They just drop it out in front as Luca's forced to play defense here. He gets up over one, but only as far as Wyatt. Now Skies off the ceiling towards the net. Kicked out by Chip. Knight circles back on it. Up over the top of Chip. He's got Wyatt to deal with. Luca's right there with him. Skies should be following. He's not. And now he will with the ball loose in midfield. Looking for Luca across the field. Going to try and air dribble it to him, but not uninterfered there by Chip. As Luca tries to wrap this one around the boards. Going to try and drop it down in front. Kazi cuts it away through a conglomerate of something happening in front of the Indiana Tech net. As now Skies looks to stay with it. He's got Chip to beat off the corner, back out to the middle. Here's a shot from Kazi. It's a double save. This time it's Knight. And Wyatt will stick with it. Luca once more. Towards the backboard. It's going to drop down in front. Kazi is there to kick it away. Wyatt is there. Skies is just going to circle back. Wyatt, flip reset. Can't get it. He'll just try and go low, but Knight is right there. Chip one more pre-flip. On target, and it's in! And the Warriors have a lead over Rochester. It's 1-0 with 48 seconds to go. Just a slow game we've seen so far here in Game 1. The Warriors are off and running. It's 1-0. And who would have guessed? 48 seconds to go. The Warriors up by 1. We'll see if Rochester comes storming back as Knight gets straight through on the kickoff. Now towards the open net. Skies can't get it off the crossbar. Luke is there! And we are tied with 42 seconds to go. It did not take long. It took 6 seconds for Rochester to tie this thing right back up. This time it's Luca. All three players dangerous. They made CRL last year. We're in top 8 in the East. Qualified for CRL just this weekend. They're right back in it again. Skies and Knight on the kickoff for Rochester, but Chip will move it downfield. Luca is there. He'll take control and try and get it past Kazi. It's a 50-50. Skies is there. Has to get through Wyatt. Not able to. And now Knight up off the sidewall. He's dangerous in these positions. Chip right there, immediately challenging him. Skies looking for the second touch. Pops it up high for Luca in midfield. He's going to go towards the corner. Tries to bounce it back out. Now it's awkward down in the Warrior net. Knight just looking to do it himself off the backboard as Kazi is there. 10 seconds remaining. Luca looking for the flip reset double. It's kicked away there by Chip. And Kazi goes into the corner. Skies is right there with him. Luca on target. Save made by Chip. And we're going to overtime in Game 1. Just a big old 50-50 there off the kickoff. It is Kazi watching this one. He's going to concede here to Chip. Loses control of it. Knight looking to get the 50 on Kazi. Now Skies. Chip bumped off the ball by Kazi. Luca in midfield just going to take to the air. 40 boost in the tank. Doesn't get a flip reset. Wyatt's going to get up for it as Knight technically gets a shot on goal. Knight just kicks it back into the Rochester end. Chip looks to move it out in front. Not going to happen. Wyatt off the sideboard. Towards the middle. Luca's there for the clear. Watch out for the counterattack. All three up for Rochester, and Skies misses as Wyatt looks to take time back the other way. He'll go up the sidewall. Looks to solo. Not going to happen with Luca on the case. And now Chip will send this one towards the midfield off the sidewall. Kazi towards the net. It's a little wide. Knight is there. Kazi with the 50-50 in front of the net. Luca right there with him. It goes back into the Warrior corner. Chip is there. Tries to get the 50 on Knight. Not going to happen. Skies once more. Drops down in front. Still awkward in front. And Kazi able to send it away as we cross the 1 minute mark in OT. Chip gets there before Knight does, and back the other way comes Indiana Tech. Skies an awkward touch. Here's Wyatt on target, turned away by Luca. It is the rebound from Skies. Finds Knight upfield. Look out, here comes Rochester, but Chippy is there to make the save. Chip one more downfield. He's got Kazi crossfield. He's not able to make contact. And now it's Wyatt in an awkward situation. Now Chippy has to deal with the counterattack. Luca up over him. No, Chippy has the backboard breed. He'll look to stay with it with 90 seconds gone here in overtime. It is... I don't know if that was on target or not from Knight. Camera angle didn't help me. Either way, it's not in the net, and Kazi will clear it as we cross 100 seconds into OT. It is Luca off the backboard. Musty flick towards the corner. Doesn't get a lot on it. Chip just trying to force it out in front. Kazi was there. The rebound for Wyatt. He goes wide with it. Knight comes back the other way for Rochester. In the Skies looking for a solo. Skies with bump on Chip. Flip reset in hand. Kazi able to come back in time to clear it away. And Indiana Tech just looking to survive here for a moment. Another bump coming out. It's Luca that time on, I believe it was Chip. And now Knight takes control around Wyatt. Up over Kazi. Here comes Rochester. Skies is a little bit too far in front, and with no boost in the tank, he's forced to let this ball go, and Luca will just let it go all the way back in his end as Rochester looks to take control. Luca maybe looking for a pinch. Now he's just going to try and ground pinch it on target. Wyatt is there. He'll kick it into the corner. Knight, one more to the near post. The rebound from Skies! And Rochester comes back in game one, and it's a 1-0 series lead for Rochester. Knight off the near post. Wyatt and Chip both colliding near the near post. And Rochester able to take game one by a score of 2-1. However, a close game one there for Indiana Tech, as they were able to stick with it. Shots on goal 11-4. I don't know, pretty close. Apologies about the silence. We had to get something figured out behind the scenes. Rochester up 1-0 as we get going here in game 2. It is Skies looking to air dribble this towards the net. He's going to find it. And just like that, 1-0 in favor of Rochester. It didn't take long at all for them to get off and running here in game number 2. Sorry, I'm a little distracted trying to figure something out. For those who are watching the stream, I just fixed what we were just talking about. Our game was set to Valorant, and I don't think the title was correct. It is now. We're all good. Luca's going to send this one out in front. Wyatt, 50-50 in midfield. Skies comes back the other way. Chippy, low 50, gets past him. Luca from his own corner. Gets it around 1. He's got Knight with him. He's got Skies as well. Both of them jump. Skies looking for the touch for Knight. Not going to happen. Luca with the rebound off the post, and Skies lands in the right spot. It is 2-0 Rochester. Just under 30 seconds gone here in game 2, and they've got the score they needed to win game 1. You have to wonder maybe if Rochester's starting to wake up a little bit here against Indiana Tech. This is a tougher Indiana Tech team than it was last year. This Rochester team just as good as they were last year, however. Hopefully the gap closed a little bit from back then. Wyatt and Knight 50-50 towards the backboard. Luca is there. He'll pop it back out to midfield. Cassie looking for Chip. Can't get there quick enough as the net was open, but Knight is there in time. Knight looks to come back the other way. He'll just slam it downfield with no boost in the tank. Looks for the clear. Cassie trying to get around him. He actually fakes him out. Wyatt can't get through Skies. 3v2 against Indiana Tech here. Chip going the other way. Cassie on the counterattack. Skies just got back in time. And Wyatt will just throw it towards the backboard, right into the capable hands of Skies. Wyatt just running interference. He ends up passing it to Knight. Knight might have a double. Luca had to let it go as Knight wasn't able to make contact. As Chip looks to come back the other way. Luca has to deal with Cassie. He passes to the middle for Knight. Maybe looking back for Skies, but he'll just go to the backboard. Can't get a touch there. Luca will just try and take control at the left wall. He's got Knight pre-jumped in midfield. Chip able to cut that one away. Whole lot of pre-jumps coming out from Rochester as they're just looking to catch the Indiana Tech defense waiting. But the Warriors have been relatively proactive on defense when they see these pre-jumps coming out. Knight's going to get around Cassie here. Flip reset in hand. Might just do it himself. It's off the crossbar. Luca will try and take it up the other corner. Flip reset in hand. Gets another one. Try to get 3. He's just going to go down to Knight as that one's turned away. Chippy on the counterattack. Wyatt hits it too high. And Skies comes back the other way. Wyatt just runs interference before he gets demoed. But Knight will find Luke on the counter. Shot is wide. Chip was up. He'll hit it into the corner. And Skies looks to come back the other way, rather. It's Luca back to Knight, who will pop it up into midfield. He's got Luca with him. He's going to try and find him. Off the backboard, drops down, maybe looking for Skies. Kicked away there by Cassie. Wyatt trying to find Chip. The touch is weak. And Rochester tries to come back the other way, or at least they'll neutralize the counterattack for now. Halfway gone here in game 2. Warriors down by 2. Technically, the Warriors also up by 2, but the wrong ones. Knight and Skies are doing something. I'm not sure what I just watched. Doesn't matter. Cassie off the sidewall. Knight is there. Chip has been deleted. Skies just a soft touch as Knight looks to just move it downfield. Luca looking for Knight. Taken away by Chip. He's got to get through Knight, though. As Wyatt sends it back the other way off the technical shot on goal. I don't think it was. And now Luca just tries to get an awkward touch around Cassie. It is Wyatt downfield. Knight will pick it up and come back the other way. Air dribble in effect. He's going to try and pinch it with Skies. It's just wide. Knight tries to come back the other way, but it is going to be Cassie clearing it. As Luca back once more off the ceiling. Looking for Skies with the pre-jump. It is wide into the corner. Skies not able to make contact. Wyatt sends it all the way across Skies. 8 boosts in the tank, just looking for control. He'll leave it for Knight. It's a 2v2 right now, as I believe Chip and Luca have traded demos. This one goes downfield, but Luca is there. He'll hit it off the corner. Skies will take it. Looking for another. Flip reset in hand. Cassie gets the ball off him. And Knight looks to come back the other way. Chip not falling for the fake! And it's in the back of the net as the Warriors cut the lead in half against Rochester. Chip was not falling for what Knight was bringing. 2-1. And hey, there's still time for the Warriors. 1:16 on the clock. Wyatt and Kazi bump each other as neither one can figure out who's taking control. Luka just hits it softly back. Chippy on target. It's in! They're tied! Chip's got another. I think he's got all 3 goals for the Warriors. It looked like maybe a little quiet moment. Never mind. As Chip just able to find the back of the net. Knight a little too far. And with 65 seconds to go in Game 2, Indiana Tech has tied Rochester. It is Kazi and Knight off the kickoff. It goes into the Indiana Tech corner. Wyatt forced to watch it. Luka looking for help. Skies hits it backwards. Indiana Tech back the other way. It's Kazi up over Knight. Chance here for Indiana Tech. Kazi to the backboard. Wyatt goes for the bump. And it's coming back the other way. Chip left in a 1v3 against 3 of the most dangerous players in the Eastern Conference. Somehow doesn't end up in the back of the net. A little too lax there maybe for Rochester. Chip looking for the middle pass there for Wyatt. Not going to work. And now Luka comes back the other way into the sky with Knight. Chippy looking to get up for it. He does, and he turns away 2 Warriors. Chip once more pinches it away as he gets demoed. And Skies has to watch Kazi here. He'll go to the backboard. Skies will just send it all the way across for Luka. Luka with control, looking to the middle for Knight. Back to Luka, back to Skies. The bump comes out! And Rochester with 16 seconds left finds a way for a 1-goal lead. Intentional or not, it's effective regardless. And Skies, with 16 seconds left, has put Rochester moments away from a 2-0 series lead. It's going to be Wyatt off the kickoff. Looks to take his time. Gets over 1. Can't get over 2. 10 seconds on the clock. Time ticking down for the Warriors. Chip once more. Wyatt tries. He fakes it, but it's towards the net anyways. Luka too slow. And that does it. Rochester is up 2 games to none here over Indiana Tech. Both games close. That's the important thing here for Indiana Tech, is this is the de facto toughest team in the conference. They have they've stood strong. Shots just off by 1, 9-8 in favor of Rochester. Although it definitely feels like Rochester has pumped the brakes a little bit. They're still getting over their team. And Indiana Tech definitely putting up a much tougher fight than they have in the past. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Game 3 as the Warriors look to extend this first game of this 2-game set today. Again, Lawrence Tech coming right after this one pretty much, scheduled for 7 p.m. Wyatt will look to move it downfield. He's got Chip in the corner. Kazi on target. Knight barely has to move. Back the other way. Wyatt off the backboard. Chip quick turn. Skies up over him, but Luka was behind. And here comes Rochester once more. Luka for Knight for the pinch. It's in the open net. Luka gets credit. It's a 50-50 goal for Rochester, and it's a 1-0 lead. 20 seconds in. They looked for this last game, didn't find it. They do here. 4:40 to go here in game number 3. Rochester up by a score of 1-0. As Knight and Wyatt 50-50 off the kickoff goes towards Kazi, who is waiting. He'll take to the air, just looks to take control. Tries to go underneath. Luka a little bit too quick as he closes the gap well before Kazi gets back to the ball. Knight off the pre-jump, 2-0. And Rochester is just doing what they do. Finding ways to get goals. Like I said, maybe a little more lax than Rochester has been seen in the past. But it doesn't matter. 2-0 in favor of the guys you don't want to see in the lead. Kazi, Wyatt off the kickoff. He's got Luka to beat. No boost in the tank. Tries to get the flick. Knight is just going to close the gap. And Skies is just going to watch his WHAC MVP send it downfield for Luka. One more. Wyatt is there. And it's turned away there. I don't know what words were coming out of my mouth. I apologize. Zoned out for a moment. Wyatt's coming back the other way. Luka makes the save. Skies is going to let it go. Kazi on target. This time Skies has it as he goes across the Knight. He'll pinch it off the wall and back downfield. 10 boost in the tank. Wyatt gets it past 2. Looks to stay with it. Tries to read the bounce. No boost in the tank. He's just got 1 touch. He's going to try and find Chip, but Skies came out of nowhere to turn that one away. Luka pre-jumps Kazi. He'll go around him. Kazi with 30 boost in the tank. 50-50 on Knight. Now down for Chip. Into the middle. Skies turns it away as Wyatt forced to watch this one closely. Knight and Wyatt are just going to play as slow as they can. We're just letting this ball roll. Chip is just letting this go. What kind of moment am I witnessing here? I think all players were laughing, and then Rochester own goals. Kazi able to get a goal on the board, albeit in one of the strangest ways you'll see. Oh, Luka bumps Kazi. They were going to let it go, and then Luka just said, all right, fine. You guys have this one. Rochester scored 3 goals. They're credited with 2. 3:21 to go. I think we've reached that point in the series where these guys are just here to have a good time. Fake kickoff, Knight going upfield. Chip is there. As Kazi towards the yawning cage, he'll go underneath, and we're tied again. 3:13 to go. This goal kind of came out of nowhere, but hey, Indiana Tech against this team will take it any way they can get. Kazi underneath, Luka through Skies. Knight has no chance. And hey, we're tied once more. Like I said, it's been close, albeit this game feeling less like it's a competitive game and more of just 3 guys having fun versus 3 guys just trying to survive, although, hey, they've done a pretty good job of it here in this series. Luka across the skies, Wyatt just waiting on the boost to see what's going to happen. Moments like that, it's hard to really think the Warriors have any way to have control over what's about to happen. Luka tonight, he's too far forward. Skies towards the corner, pinches back out. I can barely keep up with some of the wild stuff that's happening here, if I'm being honest with you. 2:40 to go here in Game 3. You're just joining us, Rochester, with a 2-0 lead. The Warriors have held it close, 2-1 in overtime, and then I believe it was 3-2 in Game 2. My memory not serving me very well. Wyatt tries to do something towards the net, just backflips it into Knight on the backboard. Rochester back the other way. Skies. Chip cut down there by Chip. It's Kazi. Chip and Wyatt both up. Wyatt's the one who's going to go for the ball as Chip concedes to him. It is Kazi turning on the open net. The Warriors going to have a lead. 2:09 to go in Game 3. I don't know if Wyatt got the bump or not. Either way, now Kazi has a goal that he scored himself. Yeah, Luka was just leaving and Wyatt kept him away. 3-2 Warriors with 2:09 to go. This is the most they've scored against this Rochester team in this series. Ball goes to the far side off the kickoff. Skies is there, not able to keep control. Wyatt's going to come up with it. Flip reset in hand. Uses it. Knight cuts it down. Chip not able to make contact. Kazi is there. 50-50 doesn't go his way. It's Skies. Knight's pre-jumping in midfield. He's going to pinch it! And Knight not able to make contact as the pre-jump was there. But the follow-through, the execution was not. Wyatt and Kazi here downfield. Cut away there by Rochester. 100 seconds to go. Knight to the middle. All 3 up. Luka drops it down and in. And we are tied as Chippy had to watch helplessly as this one falls into the bottom left. Just a good shot from Luka. Chippy just not able to recognize in time. And with 96 seconds to go here in Game 3, we're back even again. It is Skies off the kickoff. He'll go to the backboard. He gets these doubles pretty consistently. I think he got the flip reset. It was turned away there by Chip. Now the ball finds him. Rather, it finds Luka in the corner here for Rochester. Skies looks to take control. As he's watching very closely. He doesn't get much closer than that. Skies still finds a way around him. Trying to find a way around Wyatt too, but he fakes it away for Chip. Chip downfield. Knight's just going to curl it back onto his own backboard. Uses the flip. Now he's going to go all the way downfield. Flip reset in hand. Knight gives him the lead with 61 seconds to go. And the MVP from last season strikes again. That's number 2 for him in this game. And there's a reason why this Rochester team is so good. The Warriors, once again, I've said they've done a good job just keeping it close. But it's just so hard to keep up. It's so hard to keep up with this team. Chip not able to keep control. Luka has it. Wyatt just jumping at it, and this one gets boomed downfield. Chip hits it backwards. 50 seconds to go. A lot of members up for Rochester, wasn't all of them. Luka once more into the corner, doubles it to the backboard. Wyatt not able to make contact. Kazi is there. He'll send it downfield. Skies Wyatt towards the net. Luka able to make the save as he was positioned well. Gets it around Chippy as well. Now off to Knight. Do they have the corner read? All 3 members go. Back the other way come the Warriors. Chip with the open net gets demoed. Can Wyatt finish it? No, it's turned away by Luka, who got back in time. Skies to Knight, and here we go once again. All 3 members for Rochester upfield. Knight just finding a way to get it downfield. 15 seconds to go. Skies takes control. Kazi right there. He'll try to move it downfield, gets it to the backboard. Knight's going to get there. He only has one touch. Anything left here for the Warriors? Chip on target. Everyone commits. Cassie gets there with 1 second left. My voice has left the building. Cassie's got 3. We are tied at 4 with 1 second on the clock. And like I said, the Warriors are putting up a fight here against Rochester, and they've done a dang good job at it. We're headed to overtime unless something crazy happens here. Yes, we're headed to overtime. I thought that might have been in the net for a moment. It wasn't. 2 overtimes here in this series against Rochester. Luka delays the kickoff. Wyatt's just going to look to take control. He's going to just air dribble it for the 50. Skies is right there. Knight off the ceiling. Drops it down. Looking for Skies. Maybe not able to find it. And now Wyatt towards the corner. Drifts around to keep control. Luka is there. Now Knight uses his flip. Not able to get it past Kazi. As Skies looks to take control. Musty swings and misses. As now Chip sends it down the field. Only as far as Luka off the sidewall. Air dribble in use. 20 boost in the tank. Has the flip. Uses it. And Chip able to make the save. Skies is there now. He's also got a flip. And Wyatt turns it away. Kazi wants more downfield. The Warriors all out of boost. It is Luka towards the net. Chip is there. Skies was looking to drop it down. And now Knight off the sidewall. Can't use the flip. Confused Wyatt, though. Awkward in front of the Indiana Tech net. And Kazi's the one who comes away with it. Luka chases this one back into his own end. He's going to leave it behind for Knight. Now he's just going to take it. 50 boost in the tank. A little maybe miscommunication. Doesn't matter. Back the other way comes Rochester. Skies looking for Knight. But kicked away by Wyatt. He'll look to move it downfield. Wyatt, flip in hand. Not able to use it as Luka was up in time. And now Kazi will take it. Skies off the corner. Knight is there. Kazi swings and misses on the challenge. Skies cleared away by Chip. Kazi's up. Luka is as well. Wyatt is demoed. Back the other way comes Rochester. It is Knight. No, Kazi able to get back in time. Knight's just going to pinch it towards the net. Good save there by I don't know who it was for the Warriors. But they were able to deny Skies right on the goal line. Luka looking to end the series now. Chippy is up for it. The rebound for Skies. He'll just pop it. Where is Knight? He's nowhere to be seen. Skies also swings and misses. And Indiana Tech survives for a little while longer. Chip looks to move it towards the infield. He's got Wyatt cut down by Knight. As Knight is forced away from the ball. Chip off the ceiling. Going across. Is there any help for the Warriors? No. Luka sends it back. Knight's going to curl back on this. He might just take a shot. Wyatt bumps him off. Then he demos him. Back the other way comes Indiana Tech. It's in the net. Wyatt's got it, and the Warriors force a game 4. That's the first time in WHAC history the Warriors will not be swept by Rochester. It looked like it might have been an own goal. I think it was Luka. A little too lax there for Indiana or for Rochester, and the Warriors are going to pick up a win. 5-4 Indiana Tech here in game number 3. The Warriors are headed to a game 4. Don't ask how, but just know they did. Luka just saying, I just woke up. Hey, whatever gets the job done if you're Indiana Tech. You'll take 2 own goals in a game if that means you're going to find a way to beat these guys. They did it. Now they got to find a way to pull out 2 more, which is, I mean, 1 is not an easy task. Getting 2 is even harder. Getting 3, aside from a CRL team, it's near impossible to do. The Rochester and Indiana Tech are going to extend the day to Game 4, as we'll see if my voice can keep up with what's going on here. Kazi will send the kickoff back to Knight. He'll just go across. Chip is up, not able to make contact. A couple bumps come out as Chip just lands. Wyatt hits it towards the midfield, but that's bad for the Warriors. Knight, Wyatt panicking. Skies on target. You can't panic. And just like that, Rochester has a 1-0 lead here in Game 1, 14 seconds in. .446 to go here in Game 4 as the Warriors looking to hang on against the Warriors. It is Luka going downfield with it. It is Knight, who's just up off the ceiling for reasons of because he said so, I guess. Kazi's going to move this one downfield off the corner. Boom, straight back by Skies. It's just high, but it caught Wyatt with his pants down. The rebound is there. The lead is doubled for Rochester with 4:26 to go. Wyatt caught off guard. Panicked again on the goal line. Luka to Skies. It's like clockwork for this Rochester team sometimes when plays work out like that. 2-0 with 4:26 to go. And Skies and Kazi will meet off the kickoff. It is pretty much dead center. Chip up overnight to the backboard. Is there anyone there? No, the only one there for Rochester is Luka. And now Wyatt just looks to take control back the other way as they have what seems like a mountain to climb. Wyatt tried for the corner pinch. He kind of just smacked his nose into the wall. It is Knight up over Kazi. Looks for more. Goes towards the backboard. Cut away there by Chip. Luka will keep it alive. Drops it down in front for Skies. Turned away by Wyatt. And Chip looks to bring it back out the other way. Not going to happen. Skies. Rather, Knight looking for Luka. I don't know why, but Luka and... Oh, their cars are identical. Well, that makes a lot more sense why it's a lot harder for me to recognize who is who. They're basically identical. Skies and Luka are going to pinch it downfield here. It is up over Knight. Luka is there. Couple touches off the ceiling. Not going to happen. He'll just come down for the ground pinch. And now Chip, around one. He's got Wyatt in the corner. Any help coming for Indiana Tech? Wyatt not able to make contact, and Chip just going to go back to Kazi as now he finds Knight. Knight tried to pogo it, I think, towards the wall. Doesn't matter as Luka comes back the other way. And now Chip just looks to wrap it around. Out in front, Knight is there, able to get a couple touches. Wyatt gets it through him. Can he get it through another? Skies with the backflip challenge easily there. Kazi removes Skies. Chip, 80 boost in the tank. Goes to the left for Wyatt. Wyatt on target, kicked out by Knight before the shot even got on. And now Skies back the other way. He's looking for Knight, who's pre-jumped. Knight once more. Wyatt is there. Luka on target. Chip off the backboard will take care of this issue. And he'll just look to control it in the corner. No boost in the tank. Looks for the 50 on Skies. He gets it, but it goes all the way across to the opposite corner as Kazi looks to break it out the other way, but only as far as Luka. Wyatt off the sidewall, looking for another touch. Not going to happen as Skies is there. He just got Knight, who waited to use his flip, but it's kicked out once more. Chip on target off the 50. Skies is right there, and Knight will look to take control. Air dribbles past one, past two. Flip reset. Does he have another? No! It just goes back out the other way as Chip looks to take control. Luka is there. Knight will hit it to him. Back to Knight. Awkward in midfield. A demo comes out. Indiana Tech takes control as it's Kazi. Up around Skies. He's got Luka to deal with. He won't get it past him. Luka, musty, towards net. Wyatt is there. He'll catch and control it out the other way. Knight around one. Net's open! And it's 3-0 Rochester with 1:53 to go as the mountain is just getting steeper. The Warriors are just not able to keep control in their own end. And Rochester just taking advantage of that. 1:53 to go here in Game 4. Clock hasn't struck midnight yet. We've seen the Warriors come back from this a couple times in this series, but it looks pretty insurmountable at this moment. Knight using a couple flips to get past Chip. It is Skies and Kazi. Kazi looking to take control. He'll slow play it. Now gets it through into midfield. Around one. Gets it towards the net, and Luka is there in time. Chip up over Wyatt, and the net is open. The lead up to 4 for Rochester with just under 90 seconds to go. And I think with that commit, it's probably done. I don't think the Warriors are coming back from 4. I don't think they're getting 5 goals 2 straight games against this team. 90 seconds to go here in Game 4. Warriors down by 4 to the Warriors. I'm going to keep making that joke. Next time that we see Rochester towards the end of the season, we're making that joke again. It is going to be Chip off the left wall. No boost in the tank. Did he get the flip? Yes, he did. Gets the 50 on Knight. It's going to drop down out in front. Skies will own goal. And 75 seconds left on the clock. The lead down to 3. I've said it pretty much all day on every goal the Warriors have scored in this series. They'll take it any way they can get it. Minute 15 to go here in Game 4. And, hey, even if the Warriors lose this game, there is a lot to be proud of coming out of this. They did take a game off Rochester, which has not happened before between these two teams. They've shown a lot of promise compared to the last time these teams faced each other, which was in the WHAC playoffs last year. I was playing in that game with Plasma and Celix. Plasma's still around, but not on the team, not on the A team this year. Wyatt 50-50 on Skies towards the near post. Chip is there. Beat there by Luka. Kazi awkward slow touch in front of his own net. 40 seconds to go. Kazi will move it downfield. Luka is there. Up over another. Knight. Flip reset in hand. Can't do anything with it. And Chip looks to come back the other way, but shut out there by Luka. Skies towards the net. Air dribble. Is it 5? It is 5. 24 seconds to go. The dagger has basically been used. It feels like repeatedly at this point. Rochester is just not giving the Warriors anything now. So, yeah, the Warriors are going to fall to 5-3 after this series. They're going to regroup and get ready for Lawrence Tech here in about a few minutes' time, realistically. Once the series ends, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back to it. 15 seconds remaining here in this series against Rochester. The Warriors not getting swept, and that's the important thing to remember. 5-1 your score here in Game 4. Unless something happens, I think something will. The own goal's coming out. Yep, Skies is just going to let it go. Him and Knight will just watch it roll. Chip whips out the what a save. Everyone's pretty much done with this series. 1 second left on the clock. They do have to wait it out. Luka back with the bad game. Why you own goal. That's a reference to the last game. 1 second left. The Warriors are done as Rochester wins 3-1. Still pretty strong performance for Indiana Tech, all things considered, against this Rochester team. They'll take it. I mean, by the way, I saw that. I appreciate the kind words in chat. I see your message. But yes, the Warriors fall 6-1 in Game 3. 3-1 to Rochester. We'll be back here shortly for the second series against Lawrence Tech.